I never imagined that just 10 minutes of praying in tongues would become the difference between life and death. If someone had told me that a simple moment of prayer could save my life, I would have smiled politely. I believed in praying in the Spirit, but I didn't always understand how powerful it truly was until one ordinary day changed everything. It started like every other morning. I had a busy schedule and was already running late. I picked up my keys and was about to leave the house when I felt an unusual burden in my heart. There was no fear, no audible voice, just a strong urge to stop everything and pray in tongues. Honestly, I almost ignored it. I kept thinking, I'll pray later. I don't want to be late. But the impression wouldn't leave. So I sat down and said, Holy Spirit, I'll give you 10 minutes. I began praying in tongues. At first, it felt like a normal prayer time. But after a few minutes, my heart became heavy. Tears filled my eyes without any obvious reason. I felt the presence of God surrounding me with an unusual peace. I didn't know what I was praying about, but I knew the Holy Spirit was praying through me. When the 10 minutes ended, the burden suddenly lifted. I stood up feeling lighter, thank God, and continued with my day. About 30 minutes later, I received a phone call from a close friend. Have you heard what happened? Confused, I asked, what happened? She told me there had been a terrible accident on the exact road. I normally traveled at the exact time. I would have been there if I had left home as planned. My heart stopped. The road was completely blocked. Several vehicles had collided and there were serious injuries. I looked at the time. Then I realized something that sent chills through my entire body. Because I'd spent those 10 minutes praying in tongues. I had left home later than usual. Those 10 minutes changed my entire schedule. Without even knowing it, I had missed being at that exact location when the accident happened. I sat quietly, overwhelmed with gratitude. It wasn't luck. It wasn't coincidence. I believe the Holy Spirit knew what I could never have known. While my natural mind saw only another busy morning, God saw what was ahead and lovingly redirected my steps through prayer. That experience transformed my relationship with the Holy Spirit forever. Now, whenever I feel that gentle prompting to pray, even when I don't understand, I no longer argue or postpone it. I've learned that obedience is better than understanding. Praying in tongues isn't just about spiritual growth. Sometimes it's divine protection. Sometimes God is fighting battles you cannot see, changing circumstances you don't even know exist, and keeping you from dangers you'll never hear about this side of eternity. Maybe you've been feeling a gentle nudge to spend time praying, but you've been putting it off because you're busy. Don't ignore that prompting. Those few minutes you think you don't have could become the most important minutes of your life. You may never know what God protected you from, but one day you'll look back and realize that His Spirit was faithfully guiding, covering, and preserving you all along.